A while back, I want to say probably a year and a half, if not 2 years ago, did a story on a retired prison officer turned labor observer. He talked about how there was some contraband getting into the prisons by way of drug-laced paper. And it was a big problem. Safety issues, not just for prisoners, but for staff who may be handling these things. And he'd heard of instances all throughout his tenure of, being in labor relations. But now we've got another issue here where a state representative has stakeholders coming out to him saying that something needs to be done with Illinois' prisons as there is illicit drugs getting into the prison system. State Representative Adam Niemerg, I connected with him yesterday. Thanks to him for allowing me to chat with him on a Sunday. But he's announced that he plans on touring some facilities and is even inviting Governor J.B. Pritzker to go on those tours. It's Illinois in Focus Daily, each and every weekday morning with you. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell with America's Talking Network. So I connected with State Representative Adam Niemerg, a Republican from downstate, and here are some of his thoughts about prison safety.
Well, prison safety, and first off, Greg, thanks for having me on with you here today. Prison safety is a serious issue here in the 102nd District. Over the last several months, I've received notices from Department of Corrections employees complaining really about an issue where drugs are being smuggled into the facilities. First, it was beginning in Lawrence. It's a max security prison. And they were smuggling drugs via correspondence, letters, where there's a substance sprayed on a piece of correspondence, mail, letter, and then it is sent to the facility. And the employees are opening that and inhaling that substance and having to be sent to the hospital. It's a very, very serious issue because the inmates are taking that substance, rolling it, and then smoking it on that correspondence that's coming in. So it's a very serious issue. Unfortunately, we started to see this all over the state, and now we see it in the Robinson Correctional Facility over the last several weeks. It's become much more prevalent. And unfortunately, the Department of Corrections has not taken corrective action to date on this particular issue. And it looks like the union in Springfield, ASME, is also having a difficult time or maybe not doing what they need to be doing to correct this issue. But I have heard from the local folks in Lawrenceville and in Robinson, the union-affiliated working class folks that are boots on the ground, that they are trying to reach a resolution, are trying to push safety in the workplace in the Department of Corrections here in these facilities, but they're running into some difficulty with the heads of the union in Springfield as well as the Department of Corrections. So this has come to my desk, and it's a very serious issue because it's hospitalized many Department of Corrections employees, and it must be taken care of.
And we'll do what we can to get some of the specifics on those hospitalizations Niemerg says he's being told about. But again, this is an issue that's gone back, at least to my awareness, several years. And he says he wants to tour. He has requested a tour of some facilities that he's hearing about these stories.
Absolutely. So we sent a letter about a month ago requesting a tour, and I wanted that tour to happen in early October, but the administration for one reason or another, just gave us a little bit of the runaround, and I'm very happy that we're able to tour the facilities. But it's going to be early November when we're going to have an opportunity to tour both the Robinson and Lawrenceville facility. Ask direct questions, and I want direct answers to those questions about why this is happening and why nothing is being done to mitigate this from occurring. And in my mind, it's very simple. These inmates have iPads, whether you like it or not. I don't think they should have iPads. My kids don't even have the iPads that the inmates have, but they have iPads. Just make a copy of that correspondence, have that correspondence then go via iPad to the inmate, and it would solve this issue. Or you penalize that particular inmate if that has correspondence coming in that goes to that inmate that has these substances on them. So it seems like an easy fix, but unfortunately, in the woke culture that we belong in here in the state of Illinois right now, they kind of prioritize these inmates, these perpetrators, these criminals over the working class people that are inside these facilities trying to keep everybody safe.
So Niemerg also, in a statement he released on Friday, invited the governor to come along with these tours in early November. Has he heard back?
No, we have not, and I certainly hope the governor does have the opportunity and does have the time, I am asking the governor to come and tour these facilities with us in early November, give him an opportunity firsthand to see what's going on, because in my mind, this is an issue that just needs resolved. Whether or not you're pro-union, anti-union, whether or not you're Democrat or Republican, this is a common sense issue. This is something that should not be happening, something that should be solved, and there's an easy fix to it.
So what is that fix, right? I mean, as I shared with you earlier, I had talked to somebody in the labor space of corrections a year and a half or 2 years ago about this very issue, and they were spelling out how it might take some more resources and scanning equipment to possibly scan all these letters to do something with, either scan them for drugs or just put them in a digital form so that they don't continue to spread throughout the prison system and all of the health issues that there are for the staff and the inmates. What's the solution here? Again, talking with Adam Niemerg, state representative from downstate, he shared his thoughts.
Well, it's fairly simple. I did hear from an individual who is retired, and I know multiple individuals that are still working in the facilities that have extensive knowledge of the Department of Corrections and really know how to solve this problem. The individual that I spoke with just a few days ago told me that they were told by somebody in Springfield, the Department of Corrections, that the inmates must feel that piece of paper in order to feel the love of whomever sent them that correspondence, which we think is absolutely ridiculous. So it's pretty simple. We get over the ridiculousness of it and just actually solve the problem. These correspondence can come in, they can be scanned, they can be loaded into an iPad, and they can be sent directly to that inmate. You cut out any correspondence that'll go directly to that inmate. Therefore, you take away the initiative to actually lace these pieces of paper with these substances because the intent is to reach that inmate. In addition, if somebody does do this, if that is still an issue where they do not want to say, okay, let's not put them on the iPads, let's still have these correspondence go directly to the inmate, we'll penalize that inmate, take away privileges, do something to enforce something on that inmate to keep these correspondence from coming in. We tell our kids all the time, there's consequences for your actions. If you do something wrong, you're going to be held accountable. But yet, these folks that are in these facilities that commit these crimes, we're still giving them more to do than our children. So it's a situation where you load it into an iPad, you send it to them, and it solves it.
Again, thanks to State Representative Adam Niemerg for allowing me to chat with him yesterday about this issue. And maybe, I don't know, if he's going to go on a tour, could media tag along? So maybe I'll talk with him about that as well. And obviously, more updates are going to come from that story. It's Illinois in Focus Daily. I'm Greg Bishop. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell with America's Talking Network on YouTube, live each and every weekday morning with Illinois in Focus Daily. But also go to thecentersquare.com and get the latest headlines on how you are being impacted by state governments. Things that obviously are going to be coming up this week, we'll chat about all throughout the week here with Illinois in Focus Daily.